Are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you, Kelly?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So, excuse me. I've been thinking about how we left things last week,
Hmm.
and we did the ACE, the adverse childhood experience. You scored relatively low, 4 out
Surprisingly,
of
I
10.
really thought, yeah.
Yeah, which is a good thing. I mean, and like I said last week, even one is not optimal, but I've seen worse. So what I'd like to do today is I'd like to
Hmm.
try to do something to kind of help you to put things into perspective, okay?
Okay.
So if I had to ask you right now on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being absolutely not and 10 being without a doubt yes, what number would you give to attempting to reconcile with your father?
Um, I would love to reconcile with my father, but it has to come from him. And I don't know if that's my own stubbornness, but like my sister and I kind of both agreed that we are more than willing and open to
Mhm.
do so, but like he needs to make the effort. And for
Okay.
some reason, he thinks that it should be coming from us because we don't want him in our lives. And it's
Okay.
like, so
Okay.
I
So
would
if
love
you
to.
okay, so if you had to put a number on that, what would you put?
Like, I would say 5 because, like, I would love to, but at the same time, if it doesn't happen, I don't care at this point. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'm not gonna keep trying on my side. If you were to like open up and want to talk to me and or my sister, I would do it, but like I'm not going to keep pursuing it and pushing it at this point if it doesn't come
Okay.
from him.
Okay. That makes sense. So if you would say you said a 5,
Hmm.
so what would you need to do to be at a 7 or an 8? What would you think?
I would need him to make the effort, to him to reach out to me, to him to like apologize, own up to some of his actions as a father and as a parent and kind of like and apologize for like threatening to hit my kid or the things that he did do to me. Like not just blame his parents or his upbringing, like take some ownership and do some of that hard work himself.
Okay, so you're looking for accountability.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
All right. That's fair. Um, so what would you say if he was to make some attempt? How would that look for you?
Like if he said, "Hey, I want to work on some things," or "I want to get together to talk," is that what you mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
I would be apprehensive, but I would be excited, um, and also annoyed at the same time because it's easier
Okay.
without him.
Okay.
But I would be excited at the prospect of like having a relationship with my dad again. Um, like I was at Goodwill or AmVets or one of the thrift stores this weekend, and I saw VHS of MASH, and he loved
Hmm.
MASH. And
Hmm.
when I was in Florida a few weeks ago, there was Hogan's Heroes thing, and it made me think of him. Like those are things I would normally take a picture and send it to him, but I haven't been doing that because I don't talk to him. So like that prospect would excite me, but at the same time, I'd be apprehensive. Like, is this going to go anywhere? But it'd be
Okay.
nice to see some like accountability and to talk to him.
Okay. So if you were in that situation, how exactly do you think that you would handle the apprehensiveness? Like what strategies would you use to cope with that or to kind of
I don't,
process that?
I don't really know if it would be in the moment per se. I think I would just be apprehensive, like, is this going to be a one-time thing?
Hmm.
Um, just like keeping some guard up, I guess. I wouldn't
Hmm.
automatically like, oh, you can see my kid again or anything like that.
Hmm.
To give you a quick example, my son had a camp last week. It was an after school thing, and then he had a show on Saturday for the Jungle Book. He was a Banderlog, one of the little monkeys. It wasn't a
Hmm.
speaking part. My parents, I invited them to the 3:30 show. The week earlier, I said, you guys can go to the 3:30 show. I told my mom, and apparently she didn't understand that or overlooked my messages, even though she responded to them. I text her the day up, like, "Oh, you guys going?" And she's like, "What? When is it?" I was like, "Today." I saw on her location, after she called me that they were going out. She told me that she was going to get pick up their dinner and they couldn't go. This was it was like 2:50 p.m. They could have made it. They chose
Mhm.
not to go to the show. I would assume because my dad was hungry and that would mean he would have to wait another probably hour or two to get his food, and that would be unacceptable. I don't know because I didn't ask, but I texted her and was like, "I know you guys went out to get your food. You could have made it to the JCC in time to see him, but you chose not to." So like that's what makes me think like even if he were to make an effort, like both of them are just like complacent. So I told my mom I'm not talking to her for a little while. So right now I'm no contact with both of them. It's quite sad that they didn't show up for him. Like my dad says, "Well, you don't put enough effort to my mom to advocate for him." And it's like, I give you the option to see your grandson, whether my mom accidentally overlooked the times or dates or whatever. You had the chance to
Mhm.
go and you did it. You haven't seen him since January.
Right.
That's your
Okay.
choice. You made that choice, and that sucks. Like, he just keeps on not showing up when given the
Okay.
opportunity, even if it is last minute.
Okay. Well, I think it's a good thing, and it's good to hear that you would like to reconcile with him. It sounds like there's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle. And it sounds like you have some pretty good strict boundaries in place. Not necessarily strict, but um
Firm.
firm. Yeah, exactly. So, boundaries, we've talked before, they're not a bad thing. Um, but if I could ask you something,
Yeah.
so if you were to go to sleep tonight
Hmm.
and you were to wake up tomorrow morning and this problem would have magically resolved itself, what would be the first thing that would indicate to you that things are going to be okay or that things have been resolved?
I don't know if there's a magic scenario for this. Like, it would be, I don't know, maybe me and my dad going to therapy together.
Hmm.
Um, my mom leaving my dad would be a huge indicator for me with her. Um, I don't know, something along those lines.
Okay. So it sounds like you already know everything that needs to happen in order for a reconciliation to take place. But it just sounds like you're very firm in your,
Getting
um,
emotional, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
And so do
My
you
mom's
need a
stuff is
minute?
all, no, 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 I'm okay. My mom's stuff is up very fresh from last week, so I'm
Okay.
okay. You can keep going.
Okay. Well, if you need a minute, just,
Oh
let
no,
me know and I'll be more than happy to give
you're
you that
fine.
time.
It just hit me.
Okay.
It's okay.
So if you were able, it it sounds like you have everything that you need, everything you know that you need for a reconciliation.
Hmm.
Um, and it sounds like you have those very firm boundaries. Um, and you and your sister both are on a pretty united front, correct?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you want that to come from him.
Right,
So
but
what oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, 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 no. Like, he doesn't know what sorry, I have a piece of like hair or something in my eye that was on this thing. Um, he doesn't know what I want unless I tell him. Is that what
Yeah,
you're getting at?
that was what I was getting at. Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I can't uh,
Yeah.
I
So
get
it's
that.
yeah, I mean, and it's hard because you do have those boundaries in place and like we said, boundaries are not a bad thing, but at the same time, sometimes we have to let our needs and wants be known in order for other people to be able to acknowledge them, correct?
I guess, but I guess it's one of those things similar to like when you're in a relationship or you're dating somebody, like, I just want you to know what I need. Or I just want you to know without me having to tell you. Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
get that to a certain extent, but like that really has to come within from within with him. Like, and I own up to my part. Like, and I've said, I gave him boundaries. Like, I feel like he knows what he needs to do, but
Mm-hmm.
like it's been like I don't know. maybe I'm not as ready as I want to admit about reconciliation, or maybe I'm just being stubborn and putting my digging my heels in, which also comes from him too. I don't know. I see that side of it, but I don't know how to do that without me giving him everything on a silver platter and be like, here you go. This is how you can fix things with me. Or
Right.
or giving without giving him an ultimatum, be like, the only way that things are gonna get fixed is if we go to therapy together. Because quite frankly, I don't want to pay for therapy with him. I pay for my own therapy. Like,
Hmm.
if he wants therapy with me, he has to pay for it. Like,
Hmm.
I'm not doing that. You've
Okay.
already cost me enough emotional distress. So maybe that's something I could say, like, as a stipulation, like, that onus has to come from
S-
him.
Right. So I have something I want you to do for me, okay?
Okay.
This is your homework, so to speak.
Okay.
I want you to write everything down that you would say to your father
Ugh,
if you
okay.
were saying to him, this is what I need from you, and this is how I need you to do it. Okay?
Okay.
And I think writing it on paper and getting the thoughts out of more than just your head, I think that'll be a good thing for you to kind of be able to look at that, process some of those emotions.
Yeah.
Um, and also, you know, you're saying you kind of want this, but then you don't know if you want this, but then you know it's kind of like you sound very uncertain. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But if we can get that on paper, it might help you to maybe be able to conceptualize exactly what it is that you want. Does that make
That's a
sense?
reasonable. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, almost like a pro cons list, but in a
Yeah.
narrative situation.
But kind of telling him this is what I need from you. This
Yeah.
is what I need from you. Okay?
I think I
Sound
can
like
do
an
that.
idea? All
Sounds
right.
good.
So you have a goal, okay? And
Yes.
then, you know, the next time we meet, we'll be able to talk about that goal. But one thing I want to ask you before we end, what do you think will be the thing that indicates to you that, you know what, I think I'm feeling better and I think I'm ready to stop therapy? What
For
would
me,
that be?
right
Hmm.
now, you want me to ask that? Um, I don't know. Like, I'm not really sure what that is quite yet. I
Okay,
would say
that's
just
fine.
like, I mean, I've kind of, oh, like I've been in therapy in and out of it many times.
Hmm.
So like, I don't really know
Okay,
that quite
that's
yet, but I
fine.
can
You
think
don't have
about
to
it
know
for
right now.
next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to know right now. Just kind of something to think about, you know, and then
Okay.
you know, write that letter to your dad and we'll talk next week, okay?
Sounds good, Kelly.
All right. Thanks, Donna.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Bye.